This
Cloud computing
conference will
concept.
now be recorded.
Already we have discussed the demo part on the day one demo, day two demo. So what is the role of data engineer and the tool, the data factory tool, how it will be that, what are the components we are using. So the demo perspective we have seen it. This is the day one session. So we are going to discuss about that basic concept. So what is cloud, why cloud, this is the part we are going to discuss. So why cloud computing, what is cloud computing, and what is Azure. So one we are going to discuss in today's session. Yes, purely it will be theoretical part only because you may have that doubts about the cloud and what is the cloud types, and few things will be there. The basic interview question also. So we have to cover this one, this part as a first level step. So yes, let's get into that. So why cloud computing concepts? So why cloud computing? So we will take that scenario. So here, this is a person who going to do that one of the startup. He's going to start that one startup organization. He's going to develop that one social media application. So like that your Facebook or YouTube something. So the face one social media application you want to develop it. But here, what is the problem now? He doesn't have any experience in that IT, the IT startup. He's an investor. He can invest. So he want to start that one startup organization. He want to develop that one social media application. But he doesn't have any idea of how to do that one. So he's thinking, what are the things want to do that one, like storages, like servers, like a security, the infra team, whatever it is. So he doesn't have any idea about all these things. But all these things we have to do it. We have to do the setup, all these environments. Server, yes, we know that one server, and storage environment. We know we need that one for storing that our business data's. Infra team, so that's your development team and the supporting team. So all the infra team actually. So you have to recruit it, and all the security setup you have to do it. Networking level, all the security setup you have to do it. See, if you are going to start that on company now, so that lot of challenges are there, and you are going to fulfill that all the requirement, and you are completing that all the development. Just imagine you completing that all the what is it all the development, and you have launched that application using that one resource and small amount of storages. So the beginning level security setup, so using that one or two resources you have developed that application, and you have launched it, right? But how? You have invested a lot. So the beginning level, that environment setup you have set, done that investment level, beginning level actually. The cost wise, you have spent a lot of money. The environment setup, you have done it. Everything you have done it. So developed the application, you launch the application. But if it is that social media application, that end user, the public will start to use it, right? The end user that started to use it. If it is getting growing, that end users count now, that means your data count is getting increased. A lot of security issue will come when that users count is getting increasing. A lot of security issues will come. Then everything you have to face it. Then what you have to do when you are starting this type of things? So, sorry, when you are facing this type of problem, then what you have to do now, you have to increase that your security setup. You have to increase that your storage setup. You have to increase that your resource count. Everything you have to increase it. Then you have to recruit more resource. You have to purchase more storage. The more security setup you have to do it. Here again, you have to invest some money because it's your environment. It's your startup organization. That your startup organization you have started in your own premises. So that on-premise environment, it's your own. So in that environment, you have to do that some of the setups, all the networking setups, all the system setup, devices, whatever you want, everything you have done. Then you have to increase it based on that your requirement. If the users counts are getting increasing, then you need that more resource for managing because support team you need. And if there is any issues are coming now, you need that support to fix it. So all the setups you have to do it. So again and again you have to invest based on that you're growing. How it is growing based on that one, you have to spend the money. Everything you have to do it. Actually, these all are challenges when you're starting that new organization and that application what we have developed that application if it is get so getting to started to use that multiple users now, then everything you have to do it. All that setups, everything you have to do it. All these things you have to analyze it first. So these are the challenges. Suppose if it's everything going fine, now what you have to do. So if it is facing some struggles to start it now, what we have to do. All the challenges we have to analyze it. These are the challenges are there. So what he is thinking now, he's thinking to discuss with that one of the expert who implemented that startup, the IT expert, like this person actually. This person having that more experience, implement that new startup. So the investor discussing with this experts. So what his plan, what he want to do. So everything he discussing and what he thought about the environment. Everything he discussing. After hearing all this information, actually this expert suggesting to go the cloud instead of that on-premise environment. Why? Why? Because on that cloud, it's already available setup. Cloud is already existing available setup. You don't want to do anything. Whatever you need for starting that one startup, that environment setup, all the setups already it's available in the cloud environment. So the cloud service providers are there in the current market. Instead of investing everything or instead of arranging that all the beginning level setups, you can go with the cloud because the already existing environment setups are there. You can get it. But he doesn't have any idea about the cloud. She is explaining the benefits of using the cloud computing. If you are going with that the traditional way, the old method, the on-premises data center, if you are going to use it now, what you have to do? First thing you have to do that in for that investment, that beginning level investment, you have to do it. The higher upfront cost of setup. You have to do that higher upfront cost of a setup. This is major impact. The beginning itself, you have to spend that more money. At the same time, if you are going with the cloud now, here no need to spend that more money. Just use and pay. What you want to use it and pay for that. Here we are having that feature is called pay as you go model, no upfront cost. You don't want to spend any money in the beginning itself. You can purchase it and then you can pay it based on that your usage. So use and pay. So here it is called pay as you go model. And the on-premises. Suppose if you want to do that any of the updates, if you want to do any of the updates, you have to do it manually. You have to assign that one particular resource for that updates, or you have to plan it for the downtime for the updates, right? So it's your responsibility because it's your environment. It is in your environment. So that is no automatic updates, anything. The software updates, system updates, anything. See here, if it is cloud means automatic software updates. I am purchasing my software. I'm purchasing that my virtual machine. from that one of the service cloud, one of the cloud service and provider, then they will take care of that all the updates. If there is any new version update, yes, they will do it. I don't worry about that any software updates. They will take care of it. The service provider will take care of it. It's their responsibility. The lack of flexibility to upgrade, the version upgrade, the on-premises lack of flexibility. It is not in our hand actually. So it depends upon the business. We have to plan and we have to plan that one downtime. Then we have to assign we have to assign some employees for that one. So upgrade the version, upgrade everything. So here, same if it is in cloud means high flexibility to upgrade within the few clicks. Just you can click that features what you want to upgrade. It's a seconds level or minutes level task. But here it's a day wise or week wise task. The on premises. Right. And you have to appoint the dedicated staff for the data center maintenance because it's your own environment. Again, it's on premises, it's our environment. We have to take the responsibility of the security or that maintenance, everything. See here, the cloud environment, no staff required to maintain the data center. Since cloud service provider will maintain the data center because it's in their control. We are getting that account. The data center maintenance, it will take care by the service provider. And the data cannot be accessed from the remote on-premises data center. We cannot access from the remote, but the cloud environment we can access from anywhere. So if you're having that internet connection through the web portal, you can access it. So data can be accessed remotely over internet using web portal. Security, VPN setup, everything is we can do it. But anywhere we can access it. But on-premises, so something difficult cannot be accessed from the remote, right? So these are the differences of using the on-premises or the cloud computing. So now we got some clarity. So what is the cloud and which one we can choose? We got some clarity. So he okay with the cloud technology. He's moving in the cloud. Fine. Yeah. Now we got some idea what is why cloud computing. Why now companies are moving into the cloud computing. Actually, on-premises they are spending more cost nowadays. Actually, that is the reason companies they are so moving into that cloud environment. That's the reason that every existing projects they are migrating into the cloud. That is the reason there is a lot of opening for that data engineers because the data engineers what they are going to do, they are going to migrate the data from that existing environment to the new cloud environment mostly, and the new development everything they are going to do in the cloud based environment only. They are going to the development. Right now, what is cloud computing? Now we got some idea why cloud computing, but what is cloud computing? What it will do is what is there? See here, cloud computing. So we can categorize it two way: the types and cloud services. So what are the types? What are the cloud services? The types of cloud computing. Actually, three types of cloud computing are there. One is that public cloud. The public cloud. Anyone can create the account. Anyone can create the account. So anyone can create, pay and use it. That's it. It's a public cloud. Azure is a public cloud. AWS is the public cloud, right? And Google Cloud Platform, GCP. It's also public cloud. Anyone can create an account. It's a public cloud. Same time, private cloud is there. Private cloud, when you can use the private cloud. Actually, imagine I'm running one organization, but now I want to use the cloud benefits. I want to get the cloud benefits. So all the cloud benefits I want to get it. So I'm planning to use the cloud environment, but at the same time, I don't want to use that any of the public cloud because my data is all of that my so very confidential data, so financial related something. I'm dealing with that very confidential data. Those data I don't want to keep it in that the public environment, the data centers which is maintaining by that the public service providers. I need that my own cloud. Is it possible? Yes, you can use it your own cloud. your own cloud data center, you can create it. All the cloud benefits you can get it, everything. Same like Azure, you can create that your own account, own cloud you can create it. But that cloud is available only for you and your organization employees only. It is not for the public. That type of cloud is called a private cloud. Some people they will use some of the data in their own environment, that own cloud. Some of the information they will keep it in the public cloud. If they want to use both features now, you can go with a hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud is one of the cloud. So this is nothing but this combination of public and private cloud. So three types of cloud computing: public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud. Right? Services. What are the cloud services? Because again, the cloud services totally we are having three types of services. One is that our IaaS, IaaS, infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service. What is the meaning of infrastructure as a service? It's one of the cloud service. This is mean nothing but it's like a environment, only the environment. In that environment, what are the resources, what are the machine, that the virtual machine you want to use it, you have to create it. And in that machine, what are the softwares you have to install it, you have to install it, everything you have to take care of it. That is nothing but just imagine you are purchasing one laptop without having even that OS. That OS means that Windows OS, DOS prompt only available. That, but then it's a new laptop. Then what you have to do, you have to install that your OS. Suppose if you are going to use that Microsoft OS, if you are going to use that one, Windows you can go with that one. Otherwise, if you are planning to use that your Unix related na, yes, your Unix OS you can install it. Whatever is what you want to use it, you can install it. You are going to decide it based on that your requirement. Laptop is there, right? Same way here, I ask, cloud-based environment is there. In that environment, what are the resources you want to use it? That means virtual machines you want to use it. You can create that virtual machine, and that virtual machine want to support which OS. You can decide it, and in that machine, what software you want to install it. You can decide it. Everything you can do it. That environment will be available. So, if you want to get only the environment from the cloud environment, yes, you can go with that IaaS. No, no, that is not good for me actually. I need that one environment. Along with that, my software, the existing software setup, I need it. Is it possible? Yes. Along with the existing software, if that environment is available, yes, it's available. That environment actually directly I want to start that my development using that environment. I don't have that any setup environment. So I don't have that any setup. What is this one? The system configuration setups. I cannot do it anything from our side. I need that one existing setup along with that my required software. Is it possible now? Yes, it's possible. That environment is called PaaS, platform as a service. Environment will be there. In that environment, the software also will be there. What software you need? For example, I need that one machine with the Windows OS. Yes, it's possible. I need that one machine with that Windows possible. In that machine, I need that my database installed should be installed. Some database should be there. Yes, it's possible. Or that .NET environment setup, I need it in that my cloud environment. Since it is a Microsoft, Microsoft product related things, primarily will be there. Other database also we can use it like this PostgreSQL, SQL, our other MySQL. So features also we can use it. But all these setups, if I want to get it now, yes, it's possible. I can get it. That environment is called platform as a service. Directly I can start my development. I don't want to do that any environment setup. No, no, I don't want to develop anything. I don't want to do any environment setup. I need that one product which is already available in the cloud. It is available like that. Yes, that is also available. It's called SaaS, software as a service. Already developed application. I can purchase it and then I can use it. For example, Office 365. The Office 365 is your MS Office, right? But it's a cloud-based MS Office. It's a product. It's a cloud-based product. Word available, Excel available. The cloud-based is available. It's a product tool. I can pay and purchase it, and then I can start to use it. Outlook. It's a cloud-based one. Office 365 totally it's a cloud-based, right? So what you want to use it or what you want to choose it based on that your business requirement, you can choose what, either IaaS, that infrastructure as a service, or PaaS, platform as a service, or SaaS, software as a service, whatever you want. Based on that business requirement, you can choose it. All right. So these are the categories in the cloud. It's available. The types, three types: public, private, and hybrid. And cloud services: IaaS, PaaS, SaaS. IaaS, infrastructure as a service; PaaS, platform as a service; SaaS, software as a service. Right. So this is a, see. It will be like this. IaaS means it will have only this environment, the networking, firewall setup, server storage environment will be available. But what OS you want to use it, what software you want to use it, you have to decide it. You have to install it. Everything, all the setups you have to do it. No, I need that one setup along with that my softwares and OS now, then pass. Ready-made application now, SaaS. It's a developed application, right? This is the so difference of this services, cloud services. The each one. So what will have it? IaaS what will have it? PaaS what will have it? SaaS what will have it? Right? So what is Azure? Azure is nothing but Azure is a cloud technology. What we have discussed so far. What is a cloud? A cloud feature. Azure is a cloud. It's a Microsoft product. Azure is a cloud computing service created by the Microsoft where user can create server storage systems, databases, extra using an online portal. That is important. So cloud means through the online you can handle it everything. And Microsoft will maintain the data centers or physical infrastructure. It is their responsibility. They will take care of it. Right? Fine. So now, so we got very clear idea about this cloud details and what is the issue, what is the benefits of cloud. Everything he got very clearly. So Azure is a cloud computing service. So he is working with that one instead of going with the on-premises because on-premises having a lot of challenges. So it is not a suitable way for the startup organization. So he is plan to use that Azure. The Azure we can use it through the Azure portal. Fine. The Azure account, if you are creating, yes, you can create it as a free account for the beginning. So that first month, 1 month trial period is available, even 28 days only, I think, available. So 1 month time, so can consider. So we can create that free trial. After that, you have to upgrade it. So the Microsoft Azure maximum all the so 500 fortunes out of the for 95% of companies are using, and that Microsoft they are investing that lot of money for the security purpose because every company is globally they are using, right? Every company's data they are going to maintain. And security is very important one. So that almost that they're spending that $1 billion amount the investment every year. So to protect from the cyber threats. So the this is as of now still it is in that 60-40 or 60-50 sorry 50-50 something 55-45 something like that one, still they are in that second level actually, the cloud environment, the fastest growing cloud service provider and second largest market share in the cloud market. So you can create that account, so the free one. So later you have to upgrade it to that pay as you go. After completing that your free trial period you have to upgrade it into the pay as you go. The pay as you go, you are going to pay the money for that your usages, what you are going to use it for the usages, you are going to pay the money. Yeah. So this is a basic question. So can you try this one? So which of the following is an example of PaaS service offering by Azure? Either the Azure SQL database or Azure virtual machine. Can you say that which one will come under the PaaS, SQL database or virtual machine?
SQL database.
Is that the yes, SQL database. So SQL database actually it's a PaaS, platform as a service. Directly we can start to develop that our database related things, creating the database, creating the table, inserting the record, everything you can do it because the database is available. But virtual machine, it's a blank machine. You have to install it. The virtual machine will come under that as infrastructure as a service. Right. The next one, if an organization does not want to let the data of that organization leave the company premises, but also want to benefit from the cloud. And what is the among following is the best suited to you? Simple. They don't want to leave the data outside. Then which one will be suitable? Which type of cloud will be suitable? Public cloud or private cloud?
It's a private cloud.
It's a private cloud, yes. Because so they don't want to leave the data on the outside. They want to keep the data in their environment as well as they want to use that. So cloud benefits everything. So then they can go with that private cloud. Right? And SQL, Azure SQL database overview concept actually. So database we are having what is this one? Azure SQL database we are having it. The database as a service in the name of database as a service or platform as a service, because you can install if you are having the existing license, the on-premises license also you can use it here. Suppose the existing one if you are having now, so you can install that SQL server in the cloud environment, or else you want to create the new database now, yes, that one also you can create that one, so that will come under the platform as a service. So SQL database, we can say like a SQL database as a service or platform as a service. And here on-premises SQL server, what it is using, the SQL server database engine, here it is using the same engine. Our cloud environment also using the SQL server database engine. If you are using that Azure SQL database, means the behind what engine will be there now, SQL server engine, what you are using in that on-premises, the same engine will be there. And flavors of cloud databases, SQL databases, Azure SQL database, SQL virtual machine. Yeah, I said right that you can install also now. That means the existing license you are having, that license you want to use it in the cloud environment, you can install it here. And so that time you have to go with the SQL virtual machine. No, I don't have that in existing license. I want to create the new database. Then you can go with that PaaS, platform as a service, Azure SQL database. The features of Azure SQL database is business continuity and high availability, auditing features, integration with the Power BI, dynamic data masking, elastic pools, flexible pricing configuration, Azure hybrid benefit. So these are the features. Whenever we are using the Azure SQL database, these are the features are available. Business continuity and high availability. What is the meaning of the business continuity and high availability? So this one actually we will have that one separate session, hands-on session which is available. But now I will tell you, teach you that theoretical explanation. So what is the meaning of business continuity? See, business continuity nothing but actually I'm having that one database, my business database, and one of the center. Okay, one of the center. So in India, I'm taking example. So just imagine in India, I'm having that my data center in the Pune. Pune, I'm having my data center. So wherever you are accessing my application, all the data will come and store it in that my Pune data center. That is a place. Okay, fine. But unfortunately, that environment where I'm having that my data center, unfortunately, some disaster happened, like earthquake or storm, so heavy rain, something. Some disaster happened in that environment. Because of the disaster, actually, I'm not able to access that my application. My network, total network disconnected because of that disaster. So there is no power, there is no network access. Then what will be happen actually? My business so will stop, right? So who are trying to access my application, it will not be available because my total server got down. My server, everything is down, and to recover that one, it will take 2 3 days. During these days, whatever the customers they are trying to register or new customers, something, everything I will lose. So in that scenario, my business continuity affect, getting affect. My business continuity getting affect because of this problem. Actually, whatever scenarios happen, your business data should be available all the time. You have to plan it in that way. Then what we have to do? Then business continuity and high availability, we have to implement what? How? Simple. We can plan it to keep that another backup server environment instead of the Pune location. Backup server environment, we can keep it in different location. If I'm having that one data center in the south side, now another one data center I can keep it in that north side or some other different region. I can keep it. there is anything happened in that my primary environment, I want to do the setup to take that my secondary as a primary. If I'm doing in that way now, my business continuity, yes, will be there. And data availability, high availability, yes. This is the one we can implement. And auditing feature, who accessing my data and what actions they have done it, when my data was accessed, what action was done in my data, everything we can track it. So that auditing feature is available. And support the Power BI. Power BI is a reporting tool. So from my database, I want to get the data into that Power BI. That means the Power BI team, they want to get it from that our database. Then what you want to do? We can do the integration Power BI to that our SQL database. It's available. And dynamic data masking. What is the meaning of dynamic data masking? Dynamic data masking actually nothing but just you are going to hide some personal information. Personal information. So personal information you should not show to all the employees, all the users. You may have that your credit card number. You may have that your passport number. You may have that your security number. Social security number, you may have it, right? So that numbers actually, it's all are the personal details. The personal details you should not show to all the users. You want to mask it. You may use it some of the applications. When you are typing that your credit card number, it will show that asterisk symbol or a x symbol, it will show it because it should not be visible to the all the users. So the data masking, we can do it here. The data masking and elastic pools. Actually, elastic pool is one of the concept which we are going to use it for the distributing that our what is that one? Our DT concepts. That one, if I'm explaining theoretically, you cannot understand. Yes, again, we will have that hands-on for that one. That time you will get to know very clearly. Flexible pricing configuration, yes, DTA and hybrid benefit. Hybrid benefit now on-premises license, you can use it in further cloud also. So that is the concept is hybrid concept. So all these features available in the database, Azure SQL database, the cloud database. All these features, how to use it, that one we will look into that on the hands-on part. How to create the database, how to create that our SQL database in that our portal. That one already I have shown you how to create it, but in that our detailed things we will discuss that our regular parts. So this is configuration. When you are creating that your database, that means the behind you are creating that one virtual machine. You are creating the behind you are creating one virtual machine. Then that virtual machine, what configuration you want to do it or you want to create it. That configuration you can mention it here. When you are creating that one, you can mention it here. See here, this part actually just I will show you that our portal. See here, login using that your credential. I want to create that my database. So once I logged in now, this is the landing page. Here, the recently used resources will be available here. And if you want to uh, find that any new resource now, you can search it from here also. So SQL database, you can search it from here also. That will be available. Or else, the left side you can see this one. See the three so lines, the three lines. From here, you can create a resource. They create a resource. So from here, you can search it that new resource what you want to create. Or else the home, the plus symbol. The plus symbol will be there. The plus symbol you can click the create resource. Again, it will come into this create a resource page. From here, you can create that resource what you want to create. Suppose if I want to create that my keyword, so then you can search it here. Suppose if I want to create that my data fact sheet, so here, so the data related things, everything it will be so list out. So you can search it from here, and then you can choose that one what resource you want to create. Okay, fine. For me, actually, already the database is available. So from here, I'm clicking this one. I'm going to click the create the new database. I'm going to create it, the new database, and for the so the first few amount of data actually you can use it with a free offer. So I'm going to take that offer. because some people they will use it for the testing purpose, so that they are giving this option.
A quick question, like in
I
the
want to,
trial
yeah,
version, we have all the features.
yeah, yeah. We will have all the features. Yes,
Okay, but
future will be
we have,
everything will be there as it is, but
yeah.
access
If we go
after
hands
this
on, right? So if we take the trial version, we don't see all the features, right?
trial version, after that trial period, it will not work.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And now, yes, I'm going to create that new database. Database means it's one of the resource, the Azure resource. See here, whatever you are going to create, whatever resource you are going to create, that's not a problem. But all the resources, you have to keep it under that one resource group. A resource group, you have to use it under the resource group. It's nothing but just like your folder. Imagine like your folder. It's like a parent folder. So usually in the real time when we are working, we will have that minimum three resource group. We will have it. One is the dev environment resource group. Another one is that test environment resource group. Then third one is that our production environment resource group. So the resource group will have that all the resources whatever you are going to create for your project. If you are going to create that your data factory, if you are going to create that your database, snaps, and if you are going to create that your storages, blob storages, data lake storages, and key vault, and what is that one, security purpose related service buses, lot of resources you will create one for one project. Mainly we will work in that SQL database, data lake storage, blob storage, snaps environment, key vault, logic apps. These type of resources frequently we will use it whenever we are starting or using creating that new pipeline. So all these resources, you have to keep it in that one resource group. That resource group. So so the resource group usually we will follow some naming convention. Our project name, right? Suppose if you are going to use it for the dev from a dev, like this, you will give the name. So project related name and the environment related information, then RG. Actually, RG we will use it like a default name with every resource group. So that RG is representing it's a resource group. If you are going to create the data factory, DF usually we will use it to indicate that one. This is the resource. ADLS, data lake storage. ABS, Azure Blob Storage. Azure Databricks, ADB. Like this, there's some short name you will use it to indicate that one what that resource it is. So the resource group, we have to create it. Instead of the resource group only, we are going to keep that all the resources, whatever we are going to create. Suppose here, if you are going to create that our database means the database you have to create under that one resource group. So if you are working in the dev environment means there will be a one resource group for the dev environment. And if you are going to create first time now, yes, you have to create the resource group first. Yeah, I'm going to create the resource group first. So my project underscore dev underscore RG. Like this, I'm giving that name for my resource group. Under this resource group, I'm going to create that one database. So same database, the naming convention, everything you will follow like the along with the your project name. But here simply I'm using that one demo DB. Right? Database, if you are going to use it means in the database we are having some hierarchy. What is this one? See, first you should have that. What is that one? Server. Database server. The server should be there. Under the server only, under the server only, database will be there. Under the database, what you will have it now, you will have the table. This is the hierarchy. We are going to use the term database table means there should be a server. Then under the server, there should be a database. Inside of the database, your table will be there. Then here, what I want to do, I want to create the server first. Here, I don't have that any servers. Just now, I'm going to create that my database. Then you have to create the server first. So the server name, what you want, the project related name you can give it. Simply here I'm going to use it SQL Server Siva, like database.windows.net. Then ESTS, the location where you want to choose, where is that your client is there, where the project team sorry end users are there. Based on that, then you have to choose that one. If you are having that US client na, then US related data center you have to choose it. If you are having that UK na, UK related. So globally they are having data centers. The Microsoft, they are having globally data centers they are having for the Azure platform, right? You have to choose it based on that your cloud environment. So here simply I'm going to use that our default one, that USTS. And authentication, how you are going to access that authentication. I'm going to use it using that my SQL authentication. The SQL authentication, if I'm going to use it now, you have to use that credential details. And so Microsoft Entra only authentications now you have to create that your what is that one, Active Directory access. Actually, you have to use it, but it depends upon the project. Mostly, I have used it in my projects. That SQL authentication, they will keep that separate credentials for that our database environment. So username, yes, again the project related name, they will keep it for the login purpose, and the password. So I'm going to give that my default one. If it is not much, not will show that. Okay, fine. Now it's matched. Okay. So review plus create. The rest all or you can leave it as it is. Review plus create, and click the create. So now what I'm doing now, I'm creating that one database that is US data center environment. So my data, it will be available in that ESTS data center. So whenever I want to access, I can log in my system. So I can access the database. Accessibility, everything will be there. But where the data is available in my East US data center, it is available. So deployment, it will take some time. Usually that when you are creating that new database now, usually it will take some time. Okay. So the database, so you can create it the place where you want to create. But here the pricing tier I did not mention anything here. Why? Because the default one I asked you to use it. Suppose if you want to mention that your configuration, you want to do the customization, the configuration, then what you have to do? You have to tell it when you are creating that one. See, again, during this time, I'll show you when you have to mention that one. Don't worry, we will look into that one part very detailing that our separate session. But now, again, I'm showing you that one. See here, create that one. See here, so two options are there. One is I want to use the SQL Elastic pool. If you want to use a SQL Elastic pool, now you have to choose this one. But if you don't have any, now as of now, we don't have any idea what is that SQL Elastic pool, right? We can leave it as it is. But see here, compute and storage. Please select the server first. So first we have to select that our server, everything we have to select it. Okay. So here we have to select, and we have to select that our resource group and server not yet created. First you have to create actually, but still it is in progress. But if you are creating now, it will be available here. So here you can see this one, configure database. The configure database. Here only we are going to do the all the configuration setups. So what configuration I need. So if I'm selecting that one, based on that one, so my database machine will execute that my queries based on that configuration. If you're going to use the DTU configuration, so and or if you're going to the vCore configuration, vCore virtual core machine, it will be high performance. DTU, it will be like average performance speed actually will be there. So those all the configuration where we can choose it now, we can choose it here. So this one we can choose it when we are creating that database at the first time. The first time, if you are going to create now, you can use it. Yeah. So the configurations we can choose it. Everything based on that our requirement only we are going to use it. And the differences of this using the DTU and vCore. So this what everything we will discuss. Don't worry. Here we will discuss. Here just I'm so showing you how to create the database and what is the resource group. Something I'm showing. Okay, so that next session I will show you very detailing with this our database creation and this our benefits, whatever the benefits we are having. So the features we have mentioned, right, the one by one we will discuss. First I will show you this DTU vcore concept, then we will go with that our elastic rule and our continuity, the business continuity and the high availability, all the concepts one by one we will look into that one. So everything here, the screenshot, whatever it is there, everything. So we will create it. Okay. So today's session is that our aim is just understanding that what is cloud, why cloud. That is the concept, right? So I hope now we have some clarity about the cloud computing. Then from the next session, we will get into that our hands-on how to create this database like how we have created today, along with that configurations options, what we have to choose it and when we have to choose it, that feature. So along with that one, we will start the tomorrow session. That's all for the day. Bye.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah. And if you have any doubts, I can ask.